You're not an empath. You're a bitch. Like, welcome back to Dumb and Broke. My name's Chelsea.
And my name's Bryan.
And it's our 20th episode.
Happy 20th.
Well, kinda. I mean, we're both in our 30s, though.
We're both
officially.
Thanks for the reminder. I'm like actually feeling it. But wait, no, let's talk about 20 first. Then we'll go to 30. Does it feel like 20 episodes to you?
No. It feels like we just started.
Right?
I know.
20 episodes is kind of wild because that means it's been 20 weeks. Right?
Wow.
Which means math.
I'm like math. I'm like
5 months, right?
That's a long time.
That's like 4 per month. We did that 5 months.
Basically.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wild.
But yeah, we made it to 20. And we haven't ran out of anything to talk about.
I don't think we ever will.
I don't think so either. But yeah, now I'm in a new decade of my life. I've come to join you.
Welcome.
And honestly, like, it's been not even 48 hours. Today's Tuesday, right?
Right.
Yeah, I turned 30 yesterday. And I'm feeling it. I've just been like...
You're just tired?
So far, my entire year of being 30 has been just tired.
I think that's fair. You had a long weekend.
Yeah, I did. A really long weekend.
You did.
Friday night, stayed out till 6 a.m. Then Saturday night was my birthday dinner, and we stayed out till like 3:30 a.m. So that's a lot.
It is a lot.
And I wasn't even 30 then. I was still 29 during all of that.
Well, I fell asleep at the bar. So my 30s were alive and well.
But it was good. It was a fun time, fun weekend.
It really was.
It was a really good like pre-game to what's to come, which is this weekend. We've been talking about Las Vegas for like 20 episodes now.
But it also just doesn't feel real.
No, not even a little bit. Like I don't know when it's actually gonna hit, but
when we're on a 7-hour flight to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I should start packing. Nah.
I mean, we're both the type to pack maybe Friday morning,
Literally.
Thursday night.
It'll be Thursday night only because our flight is so freaking early on Friday. But yeah, normally I pride myself in being a good packer though. Like I'm very efficient. I usually pack exactly, like I plan every single outfit, and yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I don't usually overpack a ton.
Yeah.
I may throw in like a couple extra outfits just because I know that I can feel certain different ways. But other than that, it's really it.
Yeah.
And I have actually packed for like a 6 a.m. flight at like 3 a.m. on Friday.
God. That's wild.
I know.
I feel like I'll have trouble sleeping the night before. But so Friday might be rough. We're going to need a nap on Friday.
What is the plan for? Oh,
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's so unfortunate because I will snooze maybe
as soon as you sit down on that chair.
Oh, yeah. Before we leave the tarmac, for sure.
Yeah. That's really nice for you.
It is.
I love that for you. You know what I'll be doing?
Sweating.
Now, well, yes. I'm going to be reading a book.
Shut up.
Because, I read books and like, I'm better than
I wish we could edit and like roll the footage back. It's like, you know what I hate? People who read.
Yeah. Turns 30, starts reading.
Turns 30, is tired, is reading books on planes. Honestly, reading books on planes is such flex.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever read a single book on a book. What? Instantly, I was like, what did I just say? I've never read a book on a plane.
Tell me you've never read a book before without telling me you've never read a book before.
I don't even know how to read. Oh my God. Because I get motion sickness. I don't think I've ever even attempted to read a book on a plane, actually. I know I can't read a book in a car. I can't do that.
I actually have a hard time reading in any public scenario because I just can't pay attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like looking
Mm-hmm.
at other people. Like I get so jealous of people that can read on the subway.
Me too.
I'm just like, you're just
standing.
like, we're
too.
all pretending to ignore everything, but like, you're actually ignoring everything
Right.
and reading this book?
And they'll be standing.
I know.
Like,
and just have it in their hand and look so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
They do look cool.
Should I just bring one to like pretend that I'm
just for optics?
Yeah.
Put your sunglasses on. You're probably gonna be sleeping. And
Sunglasses on. I also feel like I have to still have my AirPods in just to like be invisible to everyone. So like in case somebody doesn't look at me and be like, oh, she's reading, I should probably not bother her. I'm like, oh, I can't hear you, can't see you either.
Your mouth's gonna be like wide open, so they're just gonna be scared of you. Anyways.
Yeah, if I'm actually asleep.
Yeah, so a few people have recommended this book because, I'm a big tennis fan, which we have news to share about tennis.
Oh my gosh.
But this book is about tennis. It's called Carrie Soto is Back. It's about like this like former, like she's the greatest tennis player of all time, but she's retired, and now there's like this new tennis player coming that's about to like match her record, and she's like, oh hell no, hold my drink, I'm coming back.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's where I left off. Like she just decided, I'm coming back.
But you're liking reading it?
Yeah.
Okay,
great. I know I'm going to like this book. I'm already hooked. But speaking of tennis, Chelsea and I, you let them know.
We're playing in a match.
We're playing in a tournament.
A tournament.
Hopefully more than one match.
A tournament.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, Labor Day weekend, we're going to play doubles, and then we're both playing singles.
Yep.
And I'd like to just put this out there. I have not played in a tennis match since I was in the 7th grade. I'm not like 100% sure how to keep score.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I have it, like the idea, I know the numbers, but I think when it gets to like deuce or like a tie and things like that, that's where I'm kind of like, oh.
You know what? There's a big tournament going on, like a professional tournament going on right now in Cincinnati. You should borrow my Tennis Channel login and just like put it when you're home, put it on, just so like so you can like refresh your memory about scoring and stuff. But also like personally, I've noticed when I watch a lot of tennis and then I go play tennis, there's something about it that like I just like
it clicks.
Yeah, I play better if I like watch a lot of it. So if you're interested, watch some tennis.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I'm like I'm nervous about looking like an idiot as far as like not knowing the game, but I'm not nervous about playing, which is like ironic, and I probably should be, but in my mind I'm like, oh, we're winning. And then Brian's like,
I would be very shocked if we win a match, because these people play a lot more.
I don't know these people.
That's true. Yeah. You're right. I've played like beginners in first round matches. So yeah, we might get lucky and get some. But like you don't play like at all.
We're going to win.
But you're an athlete.
I don't know why I feel like my competitive nature is going to take over, and I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Well, let's go with that, because I'm going to need that confidence.
Great.
So, yeah.
I will bring the unrealistic confidence.
Should we get like Dumb and Broke t-shirts?
I think we should.
We should do that. We should get on that like now, because that's coming up. It's Labor Day weekend, the tournament.
Yeah.
So, but that'll be fun. I feel like that weekend will be fun too, because I haven't been to Atlanta in probably like 10, 11 years, and I never really I don't remember it. So
the last time I was in Atlanta was right before I moved here. I stopped in Atlanta for a bridal shower and then drove the rest of the way.
I remember it being like pretty, like it was like a pretty city. Really?
That's not how I remembered it.
Oh.
But
okay. Well, I was young.
It was fun.
I was in my 20s then.
Oh, sweet baby angel.
So, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. In other exciting news, we got tickets to Taylor Swift.
Ow!
So exciting. I'm glad like we're getting to do this together.
Right.
Because even though last time, like in May, we like went together and it was still fun, we all got separated, like
we didn't experience her together.
We really didn't. None of us did. Like
right.
Tegan and I went in and got separated. So we have tickets. We for sure are next to each other. Granted, it's next October, meaning 2024. But you know what? I love having things to look forward to. So,
right. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like tomorrow.
yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be 31 then.
Remember when you told me at dinner that you were like, wow, you're going to be almost 36.
So before Tegan and I met up before seeing you at dinner, and we were talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, we're going to be 31 then, because me and Tegan are both 30. And then I was like, and I just like, I thought I did the math, and I was like, that means Chelsea is going to be almost 36. And her and I were like, wow, like, oh my God.
Whoa.
This old
that
hag.
old.
So then we were like so excited to bring this knowledge to you, and you were like, wait.
I just like cocked my head to the side and I was like, I'm sorry? How old will I be? And it's such easy math. I'm like 1990, 2024. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You'll be 34.
I'll be 34.
Yes. Okay.
I will be almost. Not even almost. No, I'm going to be 34.
I just like aged you like 2.5 years.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with
I'm
being
sorry.
36. I just like, let me have my years.
You know what? I want to formally apologize to not only you, but to anyone who has been personally victimized by me just for simply being in your 30s. Because
I feel like this is necessary.
I know, like, this is definitely going to get clipped because I have really like made it my personality to shun everyone for just being even a year older than me. But it's all in fun. And
sometimes I am like a 70-year-old in a...
Yeah, and now I'm here with you guys. So like, what's up?
What's up?
You want to be friends?
Let's do it. Let's make the 30s young again,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh my God, we're young.
We're
so
young. We're hip.
Just wait until like you're into your 40s and I'm like,
Stop it.
I'm 37.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure 40s are going to be great.
Yeah. By then, 40s will be the new 30s.
Right.
I'm sure.
And then I'll welcome you into another decade.
Yeah.
I'll do all the legwork.
Do you think we'll be friends then?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That didn't sound so convincing.
Why? I said, yeah, like,
You're like, yeah.
like dumb question.
Your voice went, yeah.
No, it didn't.
No, I'm kidding.
Don't be stupid, Brian. Of course we'll be friends.
Oh my God, are we fighting? Co-star thinks we're fighting.
Co-star thinks we have beef.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But I think it's because we're on opposite ends of astrology.
Yeah, we are. We are like polar opposites.
Right.
But I think that's what makes this friendship magical.
Right.
In fact, I have a lot of Aquarius friends.
And I have a couple Leo friends.
Yeah.
I have a couple Leo friends.
I
Yeah.
do feel like super Leo right now, like annoying Leo, like the stereotypical Leo.
Like in your zone.
Yeah.
Soaking up the attention.
Like it's about me. Like
It is about you, though.
like I
If anything, this week, maybe this month, it's about you.
right?
Take it.
Okay. Because part of me feels a little like what's the word? Greedy. Because like, you know,
Who are you taking from?
everyone's time and even money. You're spending a lot of money to celebrate me.
Well, February will come around.
Yeah. No, you deserve.
But we kind of had this conversation before. And like when it comes to like spending money on Vegas and things like that, like my rationale is like, what else would I want to spend my money
Sure.
on than like a fun weekend with my friends
Right.
in a place that I've never been.
Yeah, it benefits
Doing
you.
like fun things. Yes, I'm not losing
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm not just like shelling out
That's true.
money
Yeah.
for you in your month. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna celebrate the hell out of you, but I still want to go.
Yeah.
If
Totally.
you kicked me out of the friend group, I'd be like, I'm still going to Vegas.
Okay, that makes me feel better. That makes
Yeah.
me feel- but like part of me is like, well, damn. Like, I think maybe it's like a social media thing because, like, I confuse the hell out of a lot of people because I think like, so Saturday night we had my birthday dinner. one of our friends, May, she posted like "Happy birthday, Bryan" to like a video of me singing karaoke, and I reposted it. So like I woke up the next morning with like 15 messages like "Happy birthday," and then most of them I just like said thank you, but like people who I was like close, I was like, "Well, it's actually Monday, but thank you so much." And then Sunday rolls around, the day right before my birthday. I decided to post photos from my birthday dinner, and it was like very clear that it was like my birthday. So then I got another round of like, "Oh my god, happy birthday!" And again, and then Monday rolls around, and all my closest friends like posted on their story, so I reposted, and people are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So then this coming weekend in Vegas, I imagine there's gonna be.
We're just gonna keep it going.
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah. Some people forgot to wish me a happy birthday, so like, you get another shot.
Yeah. You can throw in a happy belated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I got hit by a car. I did.
That's the only excuse I'll take, actually.
Now you can wish me happy birthday.
Yeah. Does that, because like that actually bothers me a little bit when like people don't wish me happy birthday. Like, how do you feel about that?
Who are you? Yeah.
Right?
It matters.
Especially like
there are people that you think, I would say people that you think are close to you. Especially if you like, it's one thing that everybody has their own lives and like maybe they forget, but you like know that they know.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Right. Like there are people that I know that it was my birthday and they chose not to wish me happy birthday.
Not even to toss a little HBD.
Yeah, which that, I think we talked about. I'm not a huge fan of HBD, but like I'll take that.
You would have taken it.
I would have taken it.
Yeah. They wouldn't have gone on that list
exactly.
of people that didn't say.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Is it?
No, I'm 30. This is a big one.
I've blocked people for this reason, so.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And there's more involved, but
do you want to?
Neither here nor there. Next time.
How was therapy today?
Well, I didn't do it today. I'm doing it tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
We were scheduled, so
Gotcha.
I'm still a little unhinged.
Did you run today?
I did run. I ran for an hour today, and actually it felt kind of easy, which this is like one of the first times ever. So I feel like I'm going to make it, but I do have to run for 2 hours tomorrow. Because I'm trying to squeeze it all in before we go to Vegas. People are like, "Oh, where are you going to run in Vegas?" And I'm like, I won't. I won't be running.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, if Chelsea wakes up one morning, she's like, "Hey guys, I'm going to go running," I'm throwing her out the window.
I just don't see myself being in that kind of shape to wake up early and go for a nice little jog down the Vegas Strip.
I used to, like, when I go on trips, I used to pack like a gym outfit, but like 99% of the time I don't use it because I'm, doing other stuff. I'm on vacation. So like I've just gotten like more real with myself. Like I'm not packing any gym outfits.
Right. So I'm trying to squeeze in all of my miles, all 22, I think of them, 22 miles in before we leave on Friday.
If you guys don't remember, or maybe don't follow Chelsea, which, why aren't you following Chelsea? She's running the marathon, so that's why she's running.
And it's in November, and it's starting to get very real. And we did a fundraiser at Metabolic, which is one of the gyms that I coach at, last Saturday, and just had such an overwhelming, like, I would say every single person in the class that like usually comes, like that wasn't just like ClassPass or a first timer, donated something.
That's awesome.
Every single person, which blew me away.
Yeah.
And then even more people that just like came, like even today I got one person that donated that I'm just like, wow, makes me feel really special.
Right? Like that's
supported.
Because I remember you telling me like the number that like you were kind of expecting, and then like the number that you end up getting was like 4 or 5 times the amount.
It's insane.
I mean, that's probably public knowledge anyways, but like,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah, so I feel in a really good place as far as like my fundraising, because I have to raise $4,000. I get to raise $4,000 for this charity. It's called Lily. They help the elderly in New York. They're sponsoring my marathon entry, so my runs are going well. My fundraising is going well. Everything is.
Hell yeah! I think I saw.
Great.
I opened the link. I haven't done it yet, but I will. I promise I will. I really will. I forgot what I was going to say. But you're like number 2 out of like your group or something.
Yeah.
Like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And if you want to donate,
check out the link in my bio. Yeah. So we're back with another. It's not an episode. It's a segment. A segment of Hinge prompts that made us cringe.
Yes, we have 2 for you. And you know what? Let's play both of them, but like afterwards we'll decide, because one of them is from my Hinge account and one's from Chelsea's. They're both on my phone though. And let's just like I want you guys at home to decide which one do you think was on mine and which one was on Chelsea's.
Okay, who's gay and who's straight?
Yeah. Because to me they both sound pretty gay. So I'm gonna play one first.
Emotional intelligence. It's a pretty simple key, but not everyone has it. So if you think you do, try it. See if it unlocks my heart.
Ew. The prompt was the key to my heart.
Yeah.
Do we want to play the other one, or are we going to like dive into?
Let's dive into this first.
Emotional
intelligence is the key to my heart.
It's a pretty simple key. Let's see if it. What do you say?
Try it.
Try it. See if it unlocks my heart. Ew.
Try it.
Ew. I also just like have a weird thing with people who just talk about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like either you are reading on this new like mental health kick where you're reading everything to a lot of self-help stuff. That's what I think you're doing. Or you're like brand new to therapy and somebody just brought that up to you, right, and it's like a buzzword that you're like, oh, emotional intelligence. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm just like, chill.
Yeah. It sounds like you just read like an article on like some health magazine and like,
yeah. And you are self-proclaiming yourself as an emotionally intelligent person.
It almost sounds like you're trying to like prove something, like, oh, I'm going to use this word because it's going to like, because it's such like a buzzword. Like it's like this whole, like, don't get me wrong, mental health, super important, but like it's become like it's a trend almost.
Right.
And
there's another thing that's kind of, I'm going to like spin off of this, but one thing that I can't stand is when, and it usually comes from some of the meanest people. They're like, I'm an empath. That just talk about how they like, oh, they take on other people's feelings.
Oh,
and I'm like, you're not an empath. You're a bitch. Like, what?
No.
It usually is. It would be one thing if it was like the sweetest person ever, and she was like, yeah, I'm an empath, and I'm like, okay, I believe that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's the people that say the most cruel things, and they're like, oh, I feel for them. I'm an empath. And it's just like, shut up.
Pick me. Pick me.
Right.
Pick me.
So emotional intelligence and empath energy are all pick me.
I have one too that's kind of on the same boat. I can't stand, and we've all been there. I know you and I have probably both been in this exact scenario, but the people that are like, I just always fall for people that like need help, that like, I just, I always feel the need to fix people. I'm like, first of all, no, like I have no desire. Like I feel like some people find that like cool or like cute or like quirky and different, but like I could not disagree more. Like, in fact, you better come to me perfect. I'm not fixing you.
Save all your imperfections for someone else.
I'm not interested. And like people are interested in that, or they say they are. Like I
would never say that I am.
People do. It's like Or they just...
Mine is just like, when guys don't like me back, I'm like, sorry,
Yeah.
why? I'll make you.
I don't get it. I literally don't get it. Okay.
But no, I don't want to fix them.
No, I just have no desire to. Okay, let's play the second voice prompt.
Is that a hard T?
It's a hard T.
A shower thought I recently had was realizing that Pink's career as a female solo artist is longer than Beyonce's, and she is still going.
Riveting
Information. But not even like, is he even backing Pink, or is he just saying she's just like been on tour longer?
I guess it's blowing his mind that like she's been around as a solo artist longer than Beyonce has. Which, now that I go back and I'm like, you guys, let me know which one you think is the gay one. I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, cool. But also, you know what? I guess, well, no, I feel like I would have known that. Pink has been around for a long time, but like, what do you think about Pink?
I love Pink.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Even like today?
Yeah.
Like you like her music today?
I can't even tell you anything new that she's put out, honestly, but I used to jam hard to some Pink.
We all did.
And recently I had a client who told me, he said, Pink's in New York, and he said, you should absolutely go. It's one of the best performing artists that I've ever seen.
I heard it was a really good show and like sold out. Like it was like a packed stadium.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I like Pink because she's like, I liked her music when I was younger. I can't really speak to what she has now, but I feel like she's always been just like tough and badass in herself, and seems just like, but it never seems to me like it's way over the top. It seems genuine.
Yeah, I think she's so talented. Like she has an incredible voice. I think her music the last almost like 10 years has been so cheesy and corny that like I don't like it. Minus one or two here and there. I like the Pink that invented culturally appropriating. Remember when she was like rapping and she was basically rapping? That's the Pink I liked. Like
I'm gonna listen to some Pink tonight.
She I'm pretty sure she had like cornrows and stuff back in the day, and she was like, it was very like hip hop ish.
Can I confess something?
Yeah. So
when I played softball, I remember like 10 and under, we would go to All Stars if you were picked. But they would, and every year it was like a thing. They would cornroll all of our hair before the start of the tournament, and we did it every year.
Did you delete those pictures from the internet?
I don't know where they are. They might be out there, but if they are, this is my public apology for being 10 years old and in the middle of Texas. I didn't know.
This is gonna be the reason why people go look for them, and then when we're famous a year from now, we're gonna get canceled for that.
No, guys, but the apology is out there, and then all of our fans will go back and be like, no, listen to the tapes. You new here? We've already addressed it, and then it'll be nothing. It'll be a wash. Right. It'll be a PR stunt, and it'll be good press.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. Because like, do you remember that video of Justin Bieber?
Did I just show you how to do PR?
Yeah, honestly, do my job for me. That's PR 101. But Justin Bieber has a good ass PR team, because there's a video. Do you remember the video of him? He was young. It was like when he was first discovered. He like sang the N-word like repeatedly, but like in like a violent sense too. Like it was like to the tune of there's gonna be one less lonely girl, but instead of girl he said the N-word, and then he was saying like, because if I would kill you I'd be part of the KKK, like all, it was like that, but he kept repeating it. I'm like, he survived that, so like I think you can survive your 10-year-old cornrows.
I'm apologizing now. Okay. This is a public apology.
Okay. Are you ready for controversial opinions?
I am.
Are you tired?
No,
Your eyes are watery.
I just yawned.
Because you're tired.
It's like 9 p.m.
It is bedtime.
Yeah.
This is late. Like, this is late night sessions of Dumb and Broke, because we usually do this at like 5 p.m. and it's 9:30.
Are we about to get deep with controversial opinions?
Yeah, actually. So I pulled, there's 5 of them. 4 of them I pulled from Reddit, and they're like hard topics.
Great.
I probably should have prepped you.
Zero prep, don't need up.
Yeah. And one of them is mine. Okay, first one. This is from Reddit. Okay, hear me out. You can be racist to white people. You want me to go first?
Sure.
No, I think the answer is no. I don't think you can be racist to white people. I think you can be prejudiced against white people, but I think if we're using the term racism for what it is used against marginalized group, and white people just aren't.
Yeah.
I think you can be again prejudiced against like Jewish people who are white, but that's not against a race. That's, you know what I mean? That's prejudice. So yeah, to that exact point. No, I don't. You can't be racist to white people. You can be prejudiced against white people.
Yeah, we're not a marginalized group.
Exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure that's in the definition of racism.
Yeah. Well, and I just like is it somebody who like wants to be racist to white people?
Well, no, I think I don't know if this is a white person or someone of color, but like I guarantee you it's a white person, because like white people, like, they just want to take.
It's giving all lives matter.
It's giving all lives matter. It's also giving pick me vibes. It's like, you can be racist. Like, they want to call people racist too, because it's like,
right,
they hear it like thrown at them all the time. Them as in white people, us.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, no, just chill out. Like, that's the thing. I feel like people don't take words seriously, like, because I think people throw out words like racism and they just think like, oh, it means like you're against a certain race. It's like, no, there's more to words than just that. Like, read a book.
And this just seems like, read a book. And
like me, I read
this
books.
just seems like, I don't know, it's so defensive. And again, I just can't get behind any. Yeah, just this sounds like a white person that wrote this.
Totally a white person.
Yeah, stop it. It's not a good look for us.
No. All right, second one. Hitting your kids isn't always child abuse.
I got my ass whooped.
I definitely got hit as a kid. I mean, technically, you're physically abusing a child, but like,
it's hard. It's hard for me, obviously, because that's how I grew up. Like, my dad had a.
But it's not like you liked it.
Obviously not. It was effective. I was afraid of. He had a paddle that he made, and it had holes in it, so there's less wind resistance. I think he just did that as a joke, but also it was terrifying, and we hid that all the time. I think my brother ultimately got rid of it, but yeah, so it was effective in that sense. Do I think when or if I have kids, do I think I'll spank them? No, I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, I think times have changed a little bit. And
Yeah.
for that sense, I think I'm right there with you. Like, I definitely got my ass beat here and there, but I don't see myself ever doing that. But isn't it kind of funny how, like, when you're a kid, you're like, no, daddy, no. And now we're like, daddy, yeah.
Did your parents have different personalities? Like, my mom was one, it was like, whatever's closest, when she's mad, you're gonna get your ass beat right then and there.
Oh my God.
And my dad was one, he was like, no, I want you to go sit in your room. I'll be in there in just a second. And then he would sit down and he'd be like, this hurts me more than it hurts you. And then he'd whip my ass and I'd be like, I don't believe you.
That's so sad. I never lived with my mom, so I don't really know her, but my dad, he didn't hit us as much, but what he did, because we had potty mouths, me and my sisters, we would cuss him the fuck out. He would put soap in our mouths. He would like literally like grab our faces and like scrunch our mouths so that like, because obviously we're not like gonna be like stick our tongue out like put the soap in my mouth. So he would like, yeah, he would put soap in our mouth.
You know what's so wild?
Did you ever do that? Did you?
No, I think I remember cursing once. Well, no, I didn't. I think my first curse word, I called my sister a bastard, which is silly because we have the same dad. But the second time I told my other sister that I was like running through the house and I was like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I think my parents just thought it was funny. But yeah, so no, never soap in my. You know what's weird to think about is like I feel like that was a lot of our generation, like the parenting style where people didn't spank their kids. I mean, at least not in the South where I grew up. That was pretty standard. But now that it's becoming not so standard in a different time, I wonder how those kids are all going to grow up with like the gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's pros and cons to both.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it works in a way, but like, I just don't want like.
It doesn't teach a good message.
Right. I don't want my.
You're never going to hit somebody.
Yeah. Because yeah, it doesn't teach a good message because like your kids, they learn from that. So then they learn later in life, oh, if you do something bad, I'm going to hit you.
I would get spanked at school.
By
Did
your
you do
teachers?
that? By the principal. You would like.
Did you go to school in like the 1950s?
No, it was you could choose to get detention or you could choose to get SWATs. And I would choose to get SWATs every time because it's like,
You got to choose?
yeah, I could get detention or I could get SWATs. And I was like, I'll
What are SWATs?
paddle me up. They'd get a paddle and they would literally, and now that I think about it, it's kind of messed up. It was just me and a man in a room, like a grown man, me, middle school, high school,
Pants were on,
underage.
right?
Yeah, my pants were on. That would be a whole different message. I'd have a lot to bring to therapy
Oh my
tomorrow.
God.
But isn't that strange?
Yeah.
I wonder if they still do that.
I don't think so. Maybe like some like really, really small towns. I don't know. Maybe your small town.
Probably.
That's wild. Like they definitely like stopped doing that in like where I grew up like many years ago.
No,
But,
I got
like,
my ass beat at school.
holy shit.
Yeah.
I remember one time in 5th grade, a teacher like kind of grabbed a kid by the arm, but like as she did it, she kind of like slapped. So, and she got in trouble because like you can't really.
Well,
can't
I
touch
think
kids.
they did have to have permission from your parents.
That's wild.
Yeah, which my parents are probably like,
See, no, I can beat my child's ass. No one else can beat my child's ass, but I wouldn't. But you know what I mean? Like, oh,
now that I'm thinking about it, like, I don't know. There's so many weird things. We were talking also about, because we were in FFA, Future Farmers of America, for those who didn't know.
I didn't know.
May and I were talking about this at your birthday dinner because her and Ryan were both in it. But she's from Oklahoma. He's also from Texas. So it's a local thing.
See, this proves my point. Like, I did not grow up in the South. Like, Florida's a different.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But I was in this. So you had to choose between taking an agriculture class or taking a woodshop class. Right.
Didn't have those options.
Right. And so I'm like, all my friends were in agriculture, so I did it. And one of the first days, they make you go in there while they castrate a pig. And I cried. And I was like, I hate this. I hate it. Yeah, it was not a good experience. So I switched to
This is why you're in therapy, isn't it?
So I switched to wood shop and I learned how to weld.
What the fuck?
So I have a useful skill that I may never use for the rest of my
You could
life.
have been a welder.
Yeah,
Is that a job?
could be. One of my instructor told me I should be a doctor because I have slow, steady hands. Then I went into school pre-med and I'm like, I will never take another chemistry class.
Wow, I'm learning so
We've
much about
unpacked
you.
a lot.
Yeah. Damn. I don't even remember school.
Okay, next.
Okay, next. This is another one from Reddit. Being fat or obese will never truly be acceptable in our society. These have been really hard hitting, I know.
I don't know though, because I do feel like it's a lot more acceptable now than it was.
I think, yes, I think we've done better at being like all around more inclusive in mainstream media. I mean, but I think fat phobia still very much exists.
Oh, for sure.
But I guess what they're saying, this opinion almost says like it's not accepted in our society. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this one. Like,
I think it also depends on like what people's definition of like, or I guess obese. Like, are you talking like someone that's healthy but not a model, or
Yeah.
are you talking like someone who's unhealthy? But even that sense, I'm just like, I don't think that we can put that label on people, even if they have more fat on their bodies than like who's to deem what is healthy and what is
Yeah.
not.
Mhm.
I saw there's a girl on TikTok who she does a running group. I think it's called the Badass Lady Gang in New York, and she's a heavier set girl, and she acknowledges that, but people will come for her in the comments. It's like, you're promoting an unhealthy lifestyle, and she's like, listen, my resting heart rate is 38 beats per minute, and I ran a marathon in 3 hours and 30 minutes. Like, who are you
Right.
to tell me that I'm not
Mhm.
a healthy human being? Like, come for me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so great. Who are we to tell somebody who is healthy and who is not? So
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I like when I used to work in tennis, you know, I was around tennis players of all shapes and sizes, and like very successful tennis players who were like not like what you think of when you like if you were to paint the stereotypical tennis player. But I think and they get all those hate comments like you're fat, like you can't run, all this stuff. So like to that point, it's like, will it be truly acceptable in society? Because, you know, she's running a marathon in 3.5 hours.
I won't be running a marathon in 3.5 hours.
I won't be running a marathon, period.
Right. But I think yeah.
So like,
I don't know, but that kind of goes along with, will women ever be equal? You know, will
totally.
racism ever cease to exist? Because there's always going to be absolute buffoons in our society, or just idiots that won't accept anything different than what it is now. So I think it's always going to exist to an extent, but I don't think that it will always be tolerated in the way that it is now.
Yeah. I think the answer is, you know, in our lifetime, it won't be truly socially acceptable, but we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think
we'll do our part.
Yeah. That's what I think. Okay. Next. This is one that I wrote. People have kind of lost the sense of numbers because of social media and followers and all that. And this came from, because I was listening to like some podcast. It's like two older women. They're like, you know, very liberal and all that, but they said something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I forget what the podcast is, but they were kind of like shaming this account, the social media account, who just like had an opinion, and they were like, oh, they were like an influencer, like they were like promoting a brand or something, but they were like shaming them because they were like, you only have like 3,000 followers, it's not that serious. And that really rubbed me the wrong way, because like, first of all, 3,000 is a big number. Like if you walk into a room and 3,000 people are looking at you, they're there for you, that's a hell of a lot. Like that's a lot of people. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And but like even me, like I feel like I kind of look at it that way sometimes too. If I look at like someone who like, you know, is like famous, but then like they have 200,000 followers, but in my mind I'm like, oh my god, they seem like someone that would have like 1 million followers. Like 200,000 is a big number. Like I have 800 followers, and like that means 800 people like are viewing my stuff, or potentially viewing my stuff, and like I feel like people take it too serious, and it's just
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, that reminds me of a Black Mirror episode where everybody's graded and is given a social score, and I think that is fucking terrifying.
Right.
So, yeah, no, and I mean, we've mentioned before, I would like any person that I date to just not have a social media at all. I think that would be amazing. I think the world would be a better place. Sometimes I would love to delete mine, but then I also don't.
Right.
So, yeah, it's I think that there are messed up parts of social media, and I think that that's one of them, kind of how we pin ourselves against other people, or just like judge other people by that's such a stupid thing.
Stupid.
That is such a stupid thing.
Yeah. And like
because you could post like one photo or one video that just pops off, and maybe you got 100,000 followers off of that one thing. Like, how is that your worth? Just like that one. No.
But yeah, and that's the problem, is like people like align worth with following, and it's like that's weird to me.
But I think that's even messed up for people who are influencers and do have a large following account, because you almost feel that pressure to get that worth from that, and you just don't.
Right. Weird times.
Weird times.
All right. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Oh, we only have one more.
Great.
Not all feelings are valid.
No. And all feelings are valid. I'm trying to figure out the way.
I would say, just like quickly, all feelings are valid, but not all feelings are fact.
Not all feelings are fact, and not all feelings need to be.
Oh. How do you feel? What are your feelings right now?
Scared.
Those are valid.
All feelings are valid, but not all feelings need to be acted on.
Okay.
And then, but I think being aware, how can you say a feeling isn't valid if you are in fact feeling it?
Yeah, because people would love to undermine like your feelings, or like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Yeah, you should be sorry that I feel that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like all feelings are valid.
Right.
What the hell?
That was dumb.
That was dumb. But I feel like there's probably a lot of people that agree with that one. I mean, that's why someone wrote it.
True.
Someone on Reddit. I probably can see how many likes it got. It got 14 likes.
Ew.
From, I'm not going to say their username, but.
Well,
anyways.
I was going to say their feelings are valid, but that's an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And that opinion is not valid.
I like that. You know what I'm feeling right now?
Tired?
Tired.
Your feelings are valid.
Thank you. And I know you're feeling the same way.
Same.
I'm going to need you to get the fuck out of my house.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.